So sometimes just making it simple is the way to go. You know, it's Saturday, we got things we want to do. I really don't want to sit there and do a lot of cooking, so we're going to kind of do it where it self-cooks. I got 7 eggs in water. And now I will put them on the heat. So, got the flame going. Probably will have to turn the fan off in the kitchen. So this is one of the easier breakfasts to do. And we'll set the timer. Trying to set the timer. There we go. And generally if I set it for like 20 minutes or so, it'll bring the water up to a boil. Now all we do is just wait for the water to come up to a boil, and then we'll cool it down with an ice bath, peel the eggs, and breakfast is served. Remember, it's the incredible edible egg. It has all 20 amino acids that your body needs. One of the very few foods that do. And a lot of the minerals and vitamins that you need, the only vitamin is missing is vitamin C that you really need. And fruits and vegetables will take care of that. So the timer is showing just shy of 11 minutes, or just 11 minutes. And about this time we'd want the water to start boiling. So let's go take a look. And there it is, starting to get the boil. So probably I'll have a good 10 minutes of a rolling boil, which will definitely give me a nice, firm, hard-boiled egg. Alright, so 8.5 minutes left to go. I've got a nice rolling boil there. At the point I probably cut the heat back just a little bit. And that is getting the eggs cooked. On a side note, I learned I could download YouTube onto my Xbox. Learning more and more about this technology to the point where I'm actually getting another Xbox for upstairs. Alrighty, so we got just about 3 minutes left. Boiling's going really well. Now we'll get it into a cold water and an ice bath. And the reason we do that is it makes it easier to peel the shells afterwards. So a lot of times when you're saying, I don't have time to make breakfast, I don't have time to get out the frying pan, I don't have time to cook the bacon, I don't have time to, get butter in the pan, fry the eggs, all that. Just throw a bunch of eggs in water, put it on the heat, set the timer for about 20-21 minutes. When it gets done, just cool it down, peel the eggs, chop them up, throw a little A1 steak sauce on it, or your favorite sauce. And you got a nutritious breakfast. I could chop up some green peppers and add to it. That would also help. Onions, jalapenos if I wanted to kick it up, which I don't want to do today. But it's very easy to make a nutritious breakfast. And make sure that you get the protein and the aminos and the calories you need to go out and have a good, enjoyable day. Whether you're working out or not, your body needs good fuel. So let's get back to the eggs. Okay, the timer has just went off, so we'll shut down the heat, and then we carefully carry it over because this is scalding heat here. And the first thing I do is I put it in the cold water. Now cold water is going to start cooling that down, but then I am going to sit there and enhance that by adding ice to it. And what the ice does is it cools down quickly, so that the hard-boiled part of the egg will pull away from the shell a little bit, and then that should make it easier to peel the eggs afterwards. So let's go grab the ice. So we just dump the ice right in there, and what it'll do is it'll bring that water down much more quickly. And we leave it in there for about 5 minutes. And then we'll drain. All right, so it's been a few minutes. You can see that the ice has really cooled the eggs down. Another way is to feel the eggs. So I got them out here to dry a little bit. And what's nice about doing hard-boiled eggs, basically no dishes, you know, until I actually put them on a plate. Alrighty, here comes the fun part. So I got my old food bucket. This is water. Use them as a water bottle. Oh, let me straighten my camera up a little bit. There we go. Helter skelter. So now that I've cooled off the eggs, I give it a wrap, and the shell is coming away from the egg a lot more easier, more easily. Boom. So that's why you do the cold water bath. Is it 100%? No. Fresh eggs from your farmer will not peel as easily because they're fresh. Alright, these are store-bought eggs. Now I do have fresh ones too, but when I boil them I usually just use the store-bought ones. And because they are weeks old, time you give them to the store, there is already a kind of a separation from the shell and the egg yolks. So they tend to peel easier. Doing this, I'm now reminded about, hey, maybe it's one of the times to do some deviled eggs. Now, deviled eggs are delicious. So maybe that'll be during the week. I'll do deviled eggs again. Now that I think I've got the recipe down a little bit better. So I'll do 4 eggs. Got the extra ones for Mama. And the thing it is, we're going to be going out here soon. And if you're going to be out there doing adult beverages, you need to have food in your stomach. Otherwise, it becomes a short day. You know, if you're going to go out drinking, you want to have food in the stomach, absorb some of the alcohol, and provide you energy. When we were kids, and we used to, not that I ever did it, you could hire a neighbor or whatever to go buy you a 12-pack of beer. For a weekend, we'd be camping out, and a lot of times we just wouldn't eat all day, so the beer would go to our head more quickly. That made for some very, very, very bad hangovers. But we were on a limited budget and a limited supply. So I just kind of quarter up the eggs. I don't really need to make them any smaller pieces than that. And then for flavor, I use A1. You know, the wife uses ketchup. You shake it up. Always smile. I could chop up peppers to add in here. But I think I'm just going to chop the pepper up and eat it separately. And what's nice is I can just go ahead and grab peppers anytime I want during the summer because I have the garden. I'm going to wash everything down with my sponsor, who isn't Fairlife Milk. I think I'll have to send them another email. Go, hey, I'm talking about you over here. So that's about 20 grams of protein. 4 eggs, 4 times 6 is 24, so it's 44 grams of protein. That falls between the 30 and 50 per meal. It's also about 200 calories, 600 calories. So, made a nutritious meal, very easy. I was able to do other things. While I was doing the eggs, I was able to take a shower, I was able to get dressed. watched a little Forging Fire. I downloaded YouTube. I was able to do a lot of fun things. So when people say, oh, I don't have time, it's too hard, whatever. Hey, throw 3 or 4 eggs in the water, put them to a boil. Easy, minimum dishes. So remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, and have fun. Go outdoors. Go watch live bands. You know, go to dinner, go to lunch, go for hikes. All right? Have fun, turn the news off. It's all propaganda anyway. Everybody have a wonderful weekend.